Hello and welcome to Fact or Fiction, a show where we discuss what made the news this week and whether it was real or not. I'm Suyash Barve and with me is Jency Jacob from Boom. Hi Jency.
Hi Suyash.
Alright, let's start this week exactly where we seem to start every single week. Rahul Gandhi, of course. Right. This week, the much maligned leader of the Congress party appeared on timelines and WhatsApp groups saluting with his left hand. Jency, you know what? I don't want to discuss it. You just do your thing.
So Suyash,
yeah,
that's true. So there's this Twitter user called Ajay Jagga who calls himself a columnist and he writes a lot of articles supporting the right wing. He tagged Subramanian Swamy. Now just imagine how much fun they wanted to have with this picture.
Oh yes.
So he tagged Subramanian Swamy and he tagged a picture of Rahul Gandhi where he's saluting with his left hand. Right. And he said what to do with this with Rahul Gandhi on this. Now, when we went and searched for this image, obviously, we definitely knew that he knows the protocol. He's not going to salute with his left hand. Right. And when we searched this image is from 2011, August 15, 2011, where he was saluting with his right hand, but someone had rotated this image showing the orientation which has changed completely from the right to the left.
So the image was basically flipped,
right,
like a mirror image.
True. Also, some other Twitter users have also pointed out that why is the shirt pocket, the shirt pocket is usually on your left side, not on your right side, right? So that point was also mentioned and we searched for it and we looked at it. We pointed this out, but Ajay Jagga refuses to accept it. So the tweet is still there, but we know what the reality is.
So the assumption from Ajay Jagga is that Rahul Gandhi and his tailor both have no sense of etiquette.
That's true.
Tough stuff, tough stuff. We're calling this one out as fake. Sorry to burst your bubble, guys, but Rahul Gandhi knows how to salute. Alright, from one Photoshop hatchet job to another. There's a picture floating around the interwebs that supposedly shows a cop kneeling before Rajnath Singh. Jency, if you believe Bollywood plot lines, then yes, cops are usually in the politician's back pocket. True. But this one looks a little too much like a scene out of a movie. So, what's the story?
Suyash, we would actually want to believe this. It's, it looks so good, right?
It plays into our, into our stereotype,
and our
right?
prejudices, because that's how we view politicians and cops who are actually in their pocket.
Yeah.
So this image actually was tweeted by this Twitter user called Alamgar Rizvi, who has the image of Rahul Gandhi as his Twitter profile picture.
Oh, so he's not biased at all.
Yeah, so
so
we know that
he's
which side
right in the center of the political spectrum.
So he put this out and he said that you have Rajnath Singh here and also the DGP of Gujarat who is actually kneeling down. So then how can elections be be conducted fairly? Now that's that was the tilt that he was trying to give to this. Now this is a still from a movie called Kya Yahi Sach Hai. Ironical that Kya Yahi Sach Hai.
Hey, that could be the name of the Hindi version of this show.
That's true. If you ever do that, we can have the title.
Yes.
So this is based on this book by YP Singh. He's a well-known former police officer from Mumbai, based on his struggles against the system, where he had written a book, and based on that this movie was made. And this actor in this clip is a guy called Raju Mawani, and Rajnath Singh's face has been superimposed on this, and there's a Photoshop, very interesting Photoshop that they have done.
Classic Photoshop fake news.
But Suyash, interestingly, even Sanjay Jha, Sanjay Jha, who's the national spokesperson for Congress, even he tweeted this. We immediately showed the image and we gave him the clip of the movie and we said, look at this. He apologized and he said that that he shouldn't have done this, and he also asked Alamgar Rizvi to delete it. But clearly, Rajnath Singh being the target of fake news here.
Right. That story is quite literally fiction. Jency, sorry, I'm just getting breaking news right now. This is shocking information. We have yet another Rahul Gandhi story. I'm shocked. I am shocked and amazed. Jency, are you as surprised as I am?
I'm not surprised. He's quite an interesting character, actually.
That's true, actually. We have constant Rahul Gandhi news. All right. Now that I've taken a second to compose myself, I do have a side question before we get into the Rahul Gandhi story. Jency, is your laptop's hard drive just like 90% Rahul Gandhi fake news?
Till about a month back, but I think the Congress has also learned the game. They're also hitting back.
Right, so the count is becoming more fair now. All right, because I assume just constantly being bombarded with this stuff on WhatsApp. So tell us, what is this fake news story? A second of the show.
Yeah, so there's an interesting video which is going around where it says that there's a rally which is happening in Gandhinagar in Gujarat. Quite recently it happened, where Rahul Gandhi was addressing his supporters there. And it was a big rally where there are people who are walking out of the rally and one of the Congress supporters is handing out cash, thereby showing that these are all paid supporters, or not actual supporters, but people
who are
being
just
paid money
to be at the rally.
To be at the rally and show a massive support, right? But interestingly, when we actually try to listen to what is the background sound, now are they speaking in Gujarati? Because if this has happened in Gujarat, they know we should be able to hear them speaking in Gujarati. But it seemed some other dialect, and it seemed of some other language as well. When we went and searched on YouTube, this video has been posted way back in March 2017, and this was during the Manipur elections. So yes, this does seem to be from a Congress rally. Now the Congress has a lot to answer there. Why were they paying their supporters, if they claim that these are all natural supporters who are coming there just to listen to their leader? We don't have confirmation whether Rahul Gandhi was indeed attending that rally or not. And we also found out that it's a local dialect called Methi, which was being spoken at that point of time. So clearly this is not Gujarat. This is definitely not in any form anywhere related to Gujarat. In fact, this video was also tweeted by someone called Rishi Bagri, one of our favorite fake news proponents, who actually puts out a lot of these videos. Suyash, you'll be very interested to know that after we put out this story, he has blocked us. So Boom can no longer access what he puts out. He doesn't want us to debunk him.
Forget the views, forget the likes, forget the comments. The real sign of success is when someone blocks you.
Right. But Suyash, one more point I would like to mention here, though we have debunked this, the Congress cannot escape scrutiny, because they really need to explain why were they paying their supporters.
So let's be clear, let's sum it up. The video is real.
Right.
It is from a Congress rally also, we can kind of verify that. But it's definitely not from Gujarat. So while the video is real, the context that it's been circulated in is absolutely fake.
Right.
Let's move on to our next story. Now we have a lot of laughs about a lot of stories on this show, but the type of story we take very seriously is a fake news story that has a communal angle. Because the intent with these images is more than just malice. They're actually meant to be divisive. Another image in this truly worrying trend popped up this week, where an unfortunate incident was given a communal slant. Jansi, tell us more.
So, the usual suspect, Shanknath, the very rabid right-wing handle that you have on Twitter, many times we featured him for putting out fake news. He put out this image and he called it a breaking news, where the statue of Swami Vivekananda with his head cut off, and this was a vandalized statue. And he claimed that these are Muslims who have done this. Now we went and looked for several news stories, and we found certain articles that were published, which said that there was this apparently one mentally challenged person who was quite disturbed because he had some fight at home, and he came and he vandalized the statue. The neighbors saw this. There were some neighboring shopkeepers who were there, and they went and confronted him, and he ran away. And there was a massive protest because people came out on the streets and said that, how can anyone desecrate or vandalize a Swami Vivekananda statue, because he's so well respected. Now I also spoke to the additional SP of Badoi, where this has happened in UP, and called Sanjay Kumar, and he said that there is no communal angle at all, because this person is a Hindu, but for them there was no angle of a Hindu or a Muslim, because they know who has done it.
This was a disturbed person.
Right, this was a disturbed person who has done it. And in fact, he also said that people had come out on the streets in large numbers. BJP leaders had come out there asking for action to be taken. They knew who has done this. They went and arrested that person, and he's behind bars. And he said there's absolutely no communal angle in this.
I mean, this is the scary thing with these kinds of stories. They go viral almost instantly.
Right.
And a protest or something that could be much worse than a protest, very difficult to stop once it's out there.
And we also see here that they also brought the ISIS angle. They said, how ISIS goes and beheads people, and also a lot of the statues.
Constant escalation of
so it's not just
fiction.
They also went to the extent of blaming the ISIS style of how it is done.
This is more than just fake news. It's actually very, very dangerous. All right, that's it for this week. You can find more fact checks on our website. You can follow us here and here. Also, if you see a story that looks dubious or you think might be fake, WhatsApp it to us on this number, and we'll tell you whether it's fact or fiction. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.